I was just building these hay feeders with old Brielle here, and I realized I haven't really ever taken a video of the whole process that goes into them, and I just happen to have every step all laid out conveniently. Hi, kitty. So, what I got going on is get these totes, obviously with the plastic in them. Those are old water totes I'm debating turning into feeders. They still could be used as water totes, but I get more money from feeders, I think. And so they come out of the plastic comes out of them. They look like this. Take the bars off the top of them. So then I cut the corners off. So then they look like this. And then I cut the walls off of them, kind of, just the bottom portions. So they look like this. Completely separated. And then put them in a line, and I bevel the edges and get all the burrs off for the horse people. Horse people don't like burrs. This is my line of feeders waiting to get welded up. And then I'll bring them in here, and I'll say, oh shoot, I need some rebar for it. So pull the saw out there, stick it in my jig here. I got a 3-foot jig and a 4-foot jig. So if it's in 3-foot jig here, that's my stop for 3 foot. That's in the 3-foot for the tops of them, right? And then the 4-foot is for this metal support down here. Goes across, and I weld up every single one of them down to the side here, and all the way across. So then when I'm done with them, or welding them in there and cutting the rebar and everything, pull them out here, wait for a nice sunny warm day to paint them. In the meantime, I'll build these top pieces. They're these grates are hinged. This one isn't currently because don't have the hinges right now, or not enough of them to really get into the process of welding them on. But yeah, they'll hinge up and they'll hold down the hay. That way horses and whatever can't get into it and just pull it and make a mess. And the way I do that is put them in this jig on my 3-foot pieces. 3-foot pieces, oh, hi cat. Having fun with the trash there. So all the 3-foot pieces, when I cut them, they have all these nasty burrs and stuff on them. So I'll come over here to the grinder, and I'll grind off them burrs. Then I'll stick them in the jig. And the jig basically helps me, or keeps me from needing to measure all the time, and I just can set it on in there. I used half-inch EMT, cut it in half, and this one's not finished off, but drill a hole in it, and the rebar sits right in it. Kind of nice. And yeah, lay it out, weld it up. So these are all the flat pieces, and then I'll weld 2 more 3-foot pieces on those lines. Don't really need a jig for that, just because I can see lines. Well, tack it on one side, tack it on the other, then finish them off in the middle. And then I get distracted with the kitty cat. Hi, kitty cat. And then I decide, well, maybe I should build some bases. The bases slip into them like that. They got this nice chamfer on them, or bevel, or whatever. And they got the laminate flooring on the bottom. Laminate flooring is plenty durable enough, just because even if that does go out, the base of them is just metal like that. So all you really need is the sides anyway, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot whether it's 1/2 inch plywood or 3/8 or whatever. Then I get distracted with the doggy. Hi, Brielle. Oh, you got happy. And then I pull out my 2x6s sitting over here. They're all construction rejects because they're twisted and whatever. Twisted doesn't matter when it's 3 foot long. So see, that was a twisted piece and it sits in there just fine. You can see a little bit, raises a little bit, but once you get a little hay, in them, doesn't matter. And for half the price of a 2x6, it's totally worth it. So anyway, bring the 2x6 in here, lay it all out. These are my measurements, so I only have to measure it once. Just lay out the tape measure and mark it out, cut it all out, and then my longer pieces, I'll put this bevel on, and I'll pre-drill it, and I'll set them here, and then I build the bases. And then here's my laminate flooring. I get them in 4x8 sheets, and then I just cut them in half and get two sheets per whatever, 2 bases per sheet. Sorry. Here's my long pieces, short pieces, obviously, and the old crescent wrench to help get those twisted boards straightened up once they start framing the boxes. And yeah, build the boxes and build these tops on rainy days and grind out the feeders and bevel them and smooth them all out on the nice days. So yep, that's kind of the process I have going on right now, along with my many other projects. When I pull the plastics out, take them over there, and all the plastics had on them all the totes had on them was animal supplement, like molasses and liquid vitamins and all that kind of stuff. Occasionally I'll get some in the mix when I'm getting them in bulk. I'll get them 16 at a time. So occasionally I'll get some that, say like hydrochloric acid. Those ones I don't use. I mean, I could use some of them because, the hydrochloric acid is pretty much gone or dissolved from the rain or whatever. But it makes these totes all disgusting. So I'll use these for something else, maybe use them for firewood or whatever. Yeah, take the plastics out, push them over there with the 4-wheeler, and I'll cut them up into pieces. Basically cut the corners out, and they fold up and go right into that one tote. And I'll probably, not sure what I'm going to do. I'm assuming I'll recycle them just because there's a lot of plastic, but some of these had quite a bit of molasses in the bottom of them, so I don't know if the recycling plant will take that. But I drained most of the rest of it out. I have one tote over there, cut the top off of it, and it's just accumulating liquids of whatever sort, whether it's the surplus vitamin or liquid vitamin stuff or whatever. So, oh, Brielle, you're a helpful doggy, aren't ya? Who's a good girl? You're the good girl. You tired? I have a lot of energy today. It's lazy day. Like your mama. Lazy. Poor Brielle. And the old Diesel. Happy little dog. Or big dog. You're a good girl, Brielle. Alright, anyway, that's the process. Hope you enjoyed all the different steps that go into making these.